Brian Madrid from Cosplays News. I'm here with
Courtney
and Simone.
All right, then it's Courtney Joseph and Simone Dejean, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
All right, very good then. Guys, thank you first of all for coming out here. Courtney, let's start with you. Give me a brief description about yourself.
Let's see, Texan, tall, sarcastic sometimes, most of the time, sorry. IT person by day, cosplayer by night, or weekend, or whatever other free time that I have available because there's no other room for anything else.
Okay. All right, cool.
Exciting.
Very cool. And Simone?
I am a New Yorker who moved to Texas, and they don't let me forget it. And let's see. I'm married. Let's see. I've been married since 2016, 16 years. Didn't think about that.
And you never had a fight. Look at that.
4 kids, 4 grandkids, and love cosplaying.
Got you into cosplaying.
This woman.
Oh, that woman. Well, Simone, you don't have too far to run now. All right.
Well, honestly,
But what made you interested in it?
well, I've been working in like theater since high school. In college, I learned how to sew back in like 2006 or whatever. And then I recently started going to comic conventions. I went to one, and after I saw everybody in costume, I'm like, well, hey, maybe I could do this. And then Simone was telling me about getting into costume and cosplay stuff. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll give it a go. And then once I dressed up and went to a convention, that was pretty much it. That was all she wrote at that point.
Nice. What was the name of the convention, if you don't mind me asking?
Comicpalooza in Houston.
In Houston? Okay. I heard that was one of the biggest ones out there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Simone, how about you now?
The Harry Potter, I joined the Houston Harry Potter meetup, and from there we went to our first Harry Potter con, and I saw how everybody there was dressed up. And then when we came back from that con, it was called Infinitus in Orlando. When we came back from that, our first con that we had a fan table at was Space City Con, and from there it just grew. I started cosplaying as Harry Potter characters, and then when we had a fan table at Comicpalooza, I decided to cosplay one particular day as a Marvel character. So I left the Harry Potter characters and started my first cosplay character outside of Harry Potter was Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow. Okay. Very good then. So, is that an extension of your character?
Yes.
Okay.
All the people that I cosplay are mean, evil, and powerful women. I can't cosplay any pretty, any goody two-shoe. That's not me.
How about you, Courtney? Same feel?
I'm more of a chaotic neutral.
Okay.
So I can go pretty much anyway, but lately my characters have been either psychos, brainwashed, or just drunk with power. So
Okay.
pretty much.
All right. Then.
Like I would like to branch out and do some good type of cosplay, or like princess or whatever. But I'll probably make like an evil or chaotic twist to it just because that's me.
Okay. Were you guys nervous in doing it the first time and everything?
I would say I was, only because I figured I didn't look like I jumped off of a poster, so therefore I figured, well, maybe people won't make fun of me, hopefully not, hopefully nobody sees me or pays attention to me, and then the first time I got a picture taken, I was like, ooh, I like this. It's like, and after that, I was like, okay, I guess I have no issues here.
Okay, so you got over that fear very quickly then.
Yeah, I mean, and there are cases where I am a little bit self-conscious, but it's more or less a personal thing, more so, because honestly, once I'm in costume, I feel like a whole new person, and I really don't care what other people think, so.
Okay. Same feelings for you too, Simone?
Well, for the Harry Potter characters, I was always in the mood and in the moment, but once I stepped out of the Harry Potter, I was lost. I was nervous. I was extremely nervous with my Black Widow. I didn't know if it was going to be accepted. I had a lot of cosplayers who wanted to take pictures with me at Comicpalooza, when I went, but my first photo shoot wasn't too good. I didn't like how it turned out, and it wasn't the photographer. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. It was my first time doing it, and I didn't know how to pose. My costumes was all messed up, so I felt that I ruined his time doing it. So I felt self-conscious every time I get into costume.
Now, from that point on here, how is it now? How is it cosplay now? I mean, what character do you decide to choose? The materials, the budget, and then actually getting the end product. How does that all work out for you guys? Do you go under budget, over budget?
There is no budget.
Yeah, what budget? What are we doing?
Okay, there's no such thing as a budget. So if it takes years to get that particular cosplay in effect, that's however long it takes. I choose. It's funny because now, I don't know, I think Courtney does the same thing. When we look at TV shows, we're like, ooh, we can cosplay that. So, you know, we go into stores and we're like, oh, I can use this as a cosplay item. You know, it's just funny going to Home Depot trying to look at things, and my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can use this as armor. And he's like, that's a pipe. So.
Yeah, I like to think. Have you ever watched Beautiful Mind?
Yes.
Where John Nash is doing the mathematics and the numbers are popping out?
Yep.
Well, I have a list. And I sort of feel like that when I look at my list, because I look at, okay, well, how good will I look at this? What pictures can I take? What locations can I take? How long would it take me to put something together? And my original cosplay may not make it to the convention because at, 6 months out, I'm like, okay, I got plenty of time. And then 6 weeks out, it's like, oh, I should have done this a lot sooner. So,
okay.
But honestly, like, now I'm good. I actually have a list that's probably like maybe 20 characters long, but what I do is I like kind of pick from that list.
Okay.
And I shuffle that list as needed, or what's, at the conventions, if I think I want to take a picture with somebody in a certain costume, then I try to pick that out, or just, honestly, it just really depends on what I can get done and how attached I am. Like, the only cosplay that I actually had like an extreme attachment with is my Winter Soldier, because it took so much money and effort to get it done. So it was like, okay, that's something that I'll always be one of my permanent characters, but honestly, it's more or less of, I really, really have to feel attracted to that character in order to pick it out and say, okay, I'm gonna go for broke and get it done.
Get it done. Okay.
I still have 3 characters that, well, there was 3 characters that I've been working on for, I should say, about 2 years, and I keep putting them on the back burner. Lady Sith, from the Thor, Nebula, from Guardians of the Galaxy, and who's the other one? Fatality from the Green Lantern Corps.
Okay.
I started working on those, so I have pieces, but I haven't gone back to them because I got distracted by something else.
Simone, have you decided or ever wanted to do a male character, a gender-bending version of a character?
Well, I did, and then I changed it up a little bit. It was the female Darth Maul when I first did the Star Wars one, and the red paint all over my face was just too much for me to do, so I changed it to the Dark Lady of the Sith.
Okay.
So I don't mind gender bending. I think it's great. There's some cosplays that I do want to gender bend that look pretty awesome.
Do you think some of the cosplay outfits might be too out there, too risque? You're not looking at a cosplay as in an outfit, but actually kind of like a sort of like a burlesque show. Do you think you agree to that or disagree?
No, not really.
No?
No, well, for me, I don't, but because that's my element, anything theatrical, costume, so I don't really care.
Okay.
But, I will say that I have seen only one that I would say that was probably inappropriate, and only inappropriate because only a thin sheet of material protected us from seeing his genitalia, but that was probably about it.
It was a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never seen much of guys going to...
Dramatic.
Wow.
It's yeah. Anime I like anime cosplay, but anime Matsuri last year was it for me. It's just people bend over, and I'm like, I don't need to see all of that.
Is there any particular cosplay that you dream of doing for your own personal note, just to challenge yourself?
So far, the one that's challenging for me is the Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy, trying to do a bald cap, and then the metal on her face. So I'm trying to get the warbler and cut it up, and trying to find pictures of the way that it looks is kind of hard.
Okay. Now,
that's my challenge.
And how about you, Courtney?
Well, Erza Scarlet from Fairy Tale would probably be my goal, but her Sea Empress her Sea Empress armor is probably like on number 1 on my list for her. But I actually want to do all of her different armor, since it's like 20 of them. But that's like my goal, because it's like that character's so versatile, and I love all the costumes. Not to mention the personality behind the character and things like that. So.
Okay, let's change gears here for just a moment here. You ladies are gamers.
Yeah.
Favorite game?
You would ask me that. Honestly, I like the Assassin's Creed series.
Okay.
Only because, and I'm not talking about Unity or any of the other ones with frame rate issues. I'm talking about like the original one, Brotherhood, from anything that's RPG. But I will say that I do have a place in my heart for Call of Duty type games, because it's nice to be able to irritate the teenagers that are on there, and because I'm actually pretty decent at it, and it's great. It's highly entertaining.
Oh, just for the fans, what is your call sign, your handle when you're playing?
I play on Xbox. It's called Silence You.
Silence You? Okay.
Yeah, because I like to play like sniper type characters that like to ambush people, and that's kind of what I do.
Okay, all right. Simone, gamer?
I'm not a hardcore gamer. The games that I liked in the past that I played have to kill
The Blood and Gore part?
I've done World of Warcraft, and I've played an Assassin's Creed, but I could. Soul Calibur is one that I do remember, because there's a cosplayer on there that I want to do, which will make me do another anime.
Okay.
Makai.
Any YouTube channels you guys watch? Maybe a particular YouTube channel that you guys get ideas and learn how to build things and use that for your cosplay?
So when I need to learn how to do makeup a certain way, I YouTube it. When I need to learn something regarding how to do like the ball cap, I look that up, and how to do that correctly. Even how to make wigs and shave it on for one side, because I'm working on my punk rock storm, and I need to get this wig the way that I want it. So
I do get I actually found a lot of tutorials on a place called the Replica Prop Forum. RPF.
Prop Forum, okay.
That's where I get a lot of my information from, like any YouTube, Facebook pages, stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of it's trial and error for me. If I can't figure something out, I'll jump on my phone, look up something on YouTube specific to what exactly I'm trying to do, and then go from there.
Okay. And is there any cosplayer out there, whether it be male or female, that you guys admire, that you'd like, give a shout out to?
I have so many friends. Titan Cosplay, Jason, he's so amazing and very friendly. I've learned a lot from him. Actually, my first photo shoot, he was kind enough. I worked with him on my first Black Widow photo shoot. There's another one, Woody and Shay, a group. They're amazing. Hybrid Cosplay is amazing. I've got Dominique Sky. She's amazing. Tweenie. It's just so many people that I know that are so helpful. and then when you reach out to them, they're just nice and they'll tell you, and they're just so damn friendly. I'm just so happy that I met them, because I'm starting to see some type of evil nastiness and meanness within the cosplay community, but these people that I mentioned are so sweet and supportive.
But I do recognize like some cosplayers based on like style and things like that, and I do tend to follow like, well, similar type of cosplayers, mainly like cosplayers that do a lot of armor work, things of that nature, armor, weapons, anything that's like above just using your sewing machine.
A moment in your lives that you could possibly pull and share a bit of knowledge to young, inspiring cosplayers. What sort of advice or aid you can
have fun.
Okay.
Don't let anybody rain on your parade, basically. At the end of the day, cosplay is about how you feel, how, you know, it's not about anybody else, it's about how you feel. And I know that for a lot of people, it's a confidence boost. It's the thing that they need to get over their, whatever it is. It takes them away from whatever they're going through in the world, and it's putting them in a situation where they can just have nothing but fun.
Simone, how about yourself?
She basically said the same thing I said. Don't give a damn what anybody says.
Okay.
Don't care, because they'll body shame you. Don't let them stop you from having fun, doing what you want to do, because they can't do it.
Gotcha. There are a lot of good characters out there, a lot of black women characters that someone could portray. Just any reason that you may think why or why not?
I know when I first started, that's what I looked for. I only looked for black characters, and then it was someone from the Harry Potter community that told me, don't look at race, don't even look at gender. You can do anything that you wanted, and this person even encouraged me on doing my first gender bend, which I had done for Harry Potter. So now I just cosplay anything, anybody.
Okay.
She at work had said to me one day, he was like, when I had showed him a picture of my Black Widow, he's like, the Black Widow is white. I'm like, and? I was like, she's evil. Anything, that's speech.
Silly person. Courtney, how about your input? Anything that you think any black woman can play any character, or okay?
At the end of the day, it's all about what you feel comfortable with, what you're willing to put the work into, or hell, even what you're willing to go and pay somebody to build for you. And the thing is like, as I would like to see more characters out there, to be honest, I think most people tend to, like you mentioned, the popular characters, people tend to gravitate to characters that people know, because it's like you put in all this effort into a cosplay, and then it's like, well, nobody really knows the character. Mm-hmm. So I think that probably affects more so people's choice of cosplay than anything else.
And ladies, and first of all, thank you so much for the interview. I do appreciate it. Is there any place that people can go and look at your pictures and become fans of yours?
On Facebook and Instagram is Magical Me Cosplay.
Okay. Courtney?
And on Facebook it's Lana 6.
Lana 6.
And Instagram.
What was the other one?
Instagram.
Oh,
Instagram is Lana 6. Facebook is Lana 6, but you can still find me.
Gotcha. Well, ladies, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for taking the time and effort to reach out and do this interview with me. And if nothing else here, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thanks everyone. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.